What's up guys, Glock Guy 226 here, and today we're going to talk a little bit about my favorite rifle slings. Stay tuned. Alright guys, we are back, and like I mentioned, today we're going to be taking a look at some of my preferred slings. Now first off, we're going to check out the sling on my Benelli M4. Go ahead and safety check the Benelli. Alright guys, so this sling here is a Blue Force Gear Vickers sling. Now this has grown to be my favorite sling, and actually I have another one of these on my BCM. Now one cool thing about the Vickers slings is they're offered in so many different configurations, so many different color patterns, and even a couple different price points. Now this particular sling here is $45. It's your basic nylon. It comes with nylon hardware. They do offer it with metal hardware, but this sling here, how it's configured, is $45. To get the metal hardware is about $68. I figured, you know what, this is good enough for me. I really don't think I'm going to break it, and so far guys, I absolutely love them. This particular sling is in their Cryptic Typhon, and what's cool about these Vickers slings is their quick adjust point here. And what they have here is a big piece of nylon, and let me show you how that works. Now, I'm sure most of you guys are familiar with some of these quick adjust slings, such as the Magpul MS3s, I think even their MS4, and most of these Blue Force Gear slings. So what's great about these is right now it's in its tightest configuration, which means it's going to be held closest to my body. And what's nice about that is I have it adjusted to where even when it is in its tightest configuration, I can still deploy my shotgun or rifle whenever needed and maneuver it how I need to. But say I do need a little bit more space, it's a matter of grabbing this piece of nylon, pulling it back, and you guys can see all that extra slack. So when I'm taking this thing off and I've got my ear pro on or a hat on, it is nice to pull it back and get the sling off. On this particular setup guys, I really do prefer to run some sort of QD sockets on my slings so I can take it off if I need to or put it back on, you know, just as fast. But on this particular setup, Benelli does not offer any sort of QD points to run on their shotguns. Actually, when I get my new light mount from AVA Tactical, they do have a quick attach QD socket, which will be really nice for this. But as for now, I just had to thread it through the sling loop here that the Benelli shotgun comes with, and then also on the Benelli 3-position stock right through there. So this Magpul MS3 sling is the first nice sling that I really bought. When I first got into guns, I tried to do everything the cheapest way, the most budget way as possible, and for some stuff it did work out, but for other things it just really wasn't the best idea. Now there's a lot of guys out there that want to get, whether it's a 1-point sling or a 2-point sling, they jump on eBay and you can find tons of different knockoffs of this Magpul MS3 sling, of the Blue Force sling, of all sorts of slings over from China and Japan. And you know what, they may work for you, but guys, when you're going to buy a nice quality rifle, whether it's your first AR-15 or a shotgun you have, don't skimp out on important accessories such as your sling. Now, a few features of the Magpul MS3 sling that I really love are, of course, the quick adjust point. Now, what's nice about the Magpul quick adjust is it's this big buckle right here. So when you're going to grab this buckle, you're definitely not going to miss it, guys, and it's very easy to push back and forth. Now, another cool thing about the Magpul series of slings, and not all of them are like this, but this particular one is, you can get this in all sorts of different options as well. It has this clip up here, which is Magpul's version of a QD, which you could also get this with the regular QD sockets, but they have these clips which are really nice as well. So these clips lock into place, and then they have a little button on the side you could push that locks your alligator clip in, and it's not going anywhere. On my particular Arsenal SAM7 SF here, it really didn't come with too many options for slings, so I went ahead and put this little Magpul sling attachment point here, which is just this little hook, which worked out great for their sling attachment. And here on the rear, there wasn't any options for this skeletonized folding stock, so I went ahead and paracord wrapped it anyways, because that cold, or this metal when it is cold, shooting in the winter and stuff, really doesn't feel the best on your face. So when I paracord wrapped it, I left a little bit of paracord hanging out, which actually runs all the way up to here in its own individual piece, and then it's wrapped around it to hook the end of my sling to. And guys, I know that looks pretty sketchy, but I've had that on there for about 2.5 or 3 years now, and I've yet to have any issues with it. Last sling setup I wanted to show you guys is on my BCM AR-15. Now this sling actually is another Blue Force Gear Vickers sling, so I'm not going to give you guys the whole rundown and spiel on it. Just another example of a cool color pattern that this is offered in, which is obviously a multicam, and this is a really sweet sling. I was very excited to get this for my BCM. Alright guys, so I do appreciate all your support. Please like, share, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.